In today's episode, we are going to be talking about Zilliqa, Chainlink, plus a little bit of BTC. Obviously, today is not really that bad of a day as far as Zilliqa is concerned. Even though the whole entire cryptocurrency market hasn't been performing very well today, as you can see, we are having significantly red moments, especially when it comes to a whole lot of different cryptocurrencies. But there are some outliers like Zilliqa. Zilliqa was almost breaking its resistance, but BTC had to ruin the whole party. So I am freaking annoyed about that, because we could have broken this particular resistance if it wasn't for BTC doing its thing as usual. But don't worry, we still have some more exciting information as far as Zilliqa is concerned. However, let's take a look at Chainlink. Chainlink is down by about 2%. I mean, it has been doing well. It has been having its correction for the past 48 hours, and that is very understandable because this thing has been pumping like a mad cow. Does that even make any sense? Yeah, so anyhow, I am looking forward to accumulating more Chainlink because I really believe that Chainlink is the first of its kind. Well, is it the first of its kind? I mean, it has got the most amount of volume and market share in terms of sort of spearheading the decentralized finance niche. If you look at cryptocurrency past history, right, we had Ethereum. Ethereum was the first or rather the most successful from a business point of view and from a technical aspect as well when it comes to smart contracts. So when it comes to these different bull cycles, right, you are supposed to be finding the outliers and just these cryptocurrencies that are the first movers in that particular specific niche, and Chainlink is really a keeper as well. So this is one of the reasons why I am going to be accumulating Chainlink, and right now I'm just looking for some buy opportunities that are going to be below $10. I mean, I would be very excited if the price had to revisit $6, but that is extremely going to be very difficult depending looking at the sentiments of the current situation when it comes to cryptocurrencies right now, because people are beginning to get a little bit way too excited. If we take a look at a whole lot of different alternative cryptocurrencies, right, these cryptocurrencies have been pumping like crazy. I do not even want to show you any charts because you guys are going to get carried away and you are going to be doing unthinkable things. So let's stay level-headed and just stick to our guns and just prepare for whenever we are going to have that unsuspected dump, because there's obviously going to be fluctuations here and there, and there's always going to be like better or rather buying opportunities. So you just have to have bullets in the chamber in case you need to strike. So anyhow, let's take a look at BTC. However, the price of BTC is really it's really starting to kind of lose momentum, but this is not really going to last for a long period of time. If we take a look at the daily shows us a little bit of signs of weaknesses. I mean, the volume zone oscillator barely lies, and we obviously experienced that sort of upwards trajectory, right? And then we came to this particular overbought territory, and we just have to correct. We just have to reset these oscillators, and this is what usually happens. And the most interesting thing is if we switch over to the weekly, right, we are literally coming down from this particular oversold area. That red area is one of the first levels where you should be sort of looking at things that are supposed to be kind of turning around, and you're just supposed to be like on red alert around these areas. And obviously we reached that area. Of course, in the past we had situations where we even reached above 40. I mean, we reached as high as 60 and sometimes even close to 70 right over here. So these are the types of turnarounds that I usually look forward to. I mean, right now, getting to have a situation where having like some sort of, correction, it wouldn't be far-fetched, because there are a lot of people who are extremely long right now. People might get crashed because we need to sort of cleanse the market by sort of getting rid of people who are over leveraging. So this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't over leverage, because you might just end up experiencing these drastic and dramatic weeks, and you don't really want to do that. You don't really want to be like in an environment that is fluctuating by about 10 to 15% like within 24 hours, especially if you are on 100x, especially if you do not use my method. I have a specific method when it comes to cross leverage trading, and I'm not really going to talk about that. That's another story for another day. But anyhow, today we had a high of about 11,881, and we dropped all the way down to about 11,293. So what was that for? Okay, we just had to liquidate a little bit of people, and right now it really seems that BTC is going to be ranging. So we don't really know how long this range is going to last. However, if this was obviously the first leg up, as far as starting or rather continuing the uptrend, then I really believe that this is sort of forming like a symmetrical triangle, right? And then eventually we are going to break out of here. Some people might say that this is a bullish flag. Whatever the situation is, whatever you guys call it, it is obviously producing higher highs and higher lows, which is very, very, very bullish. However, we shouldn't just just look at the face value of things. We really need to understand what's really happening, and then we need to monitor everything. So obviously, if you look at these selling bars, right, I mean, look at these selling bars, they are reducing in intensity, and that is a very bullish sign. So if we take a look at the previous buying bars, right, I mean, we are having significantly higher buying bars, relatively speaking, in comparison to the previous days. But hey, if we experience more selling pressure, right, then that is obviously going to be like another story for another day. And obviously getting to come back and retest this level, especially these areas where we had like a whole lot of resistance, that would be like even a good buying entry for the future, provided BTC doesn't continue dropping. Like, what would happen if the price of BTC had to drop all the way to about 6,000? That would be so crazy. A lot of people would be so affected. But I think that is it's not really out of these possibilities. It's not really far-fetched, and you just have to be prepared for whatever situation, you know what I mean? So anyhow, getting back to Zilliqa. Zilliqa, guys, is really going to do something that you haven't ever seen, and we are literally a few moments away from breaking this resistance. If that happens, ladies and gentlemen, well, there's mostly guys watching my YouTube channel. We need to get some girls. We need to find some females. Like, why the hell are guys, only males watching me? Is it because only guys are interested in making money? We need to have like some good females, you know what I mean? So yeah, if we really end up breaking this resistance, then we are going to have fireworks. Remember what happened like last time that we broke out of this weekly resistance? Yeah, so let me just switch over to the weekly so that you guys can properly see what I mean. So last time we broke out of this resistance. That was the first initial weekly resistance, because it was support turned into resistance, and then we broke out of it, and then we just sort of had like crazy buying power, and sometimes Zilliqa is like really one of those cryptocurrencies that sort of it has got like its own cycle. It's not really that directly correlated to BTC. Like a whole lot of times Zilliqa might be pumping like in situations, or rather phases, that you wouldn't expect any cryptocurrency to pump. And if you take a look at what happened today, right, in comparison to a whole lot of different other cryptocurrencies, a lot of them dropped as much as 7 to about 10%, but Zilliqa only just nudged a little bit. It didn't really drop by that much, so that really means that there is quite a lot of buying power. And as soon as BTC just figures out its thing, I'm sure Zilliqa is definitely going to continue pumping. So for example, around here, right, before I forget my thought, I just keep on forgetting stuff. Like I've got a terrible memory. Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys also have terrible memories as well. Yeah, so anyhow, when we broke out of this resistance right over here, right, first of all, it was that particular resistance, and then we broke out of this resistance, and then we just had that crazy nasty pump right over there. And this is one of the reasons why I am patiently waiting for the price of Zilliqa to sort of get out of this resistance right over here, because it's been a while and we haven't like literally done anything. So we need to get out of this place, otherwise I'm just going to die out of a heartbreak. So yeah, I mean, if you take a look at the buying power, guys, the buying power is ridiculously crazy. And yeah, let's switch over to the smaller time frames. So smaller time frame, obviously today we reached as high as close to about 3 cents. We're around 0.028, close to 3 cents, and then BTC just had to ruin the party as usual. So we had this nasty dump right over here. However, it was really bought back very quickly. And if we switch over, if we switch to the 1 hour, well, what's happening right now? And Zilliqa is above 0.025, which is very, very good. For like a very long time we were below this particular threshold. So this really means that people are holding on to Zilliqa and they are accumulating and just buying, so this is a very good sign despite what BTC is doing. So I am very happy, because I was expecting the price of Zilliqa to drop, I don't know, like all the way down to about $0.022, and that could have been crazy, so yeah. The other thing that I forgot to talk about is the open interest. You see, I've got like thoughts all over the place. I need to have like a scripted show, but a scripted show would be boring, right? I'm sure nobody really wants to, like anybody to read from a teleprompter. Yeah, so anyhow, looking at the open interest as far as BTC is concerned, of course, right now we are only looking at the 1 hour. Yeah, look at that. So we obviously had this dramatic drop and the open interest was increasing. So that was obviously like a very bearish sign. So if you had to like, trade these, pumps right over there, you would still have made some money. However, look at what happened right over here, like around 18 hours, 6 p.m. my time. There was a change in terms of the open interest. The open interest kind of flipped over right over here, right? And then the price started pumping. So that really means short traders were kind of getting out of their shorts, and we saw like some new long entries right over here. So if we continue having an increase in open interest on the 1 hour, that could really be a very good sort of bounce in terms of shorter term. I mean, we're obviously looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour charts, right? So obviously that is going to be like a very good scalp area. And right now I really think that this is where we had the roadblock as far as BTC continuing its downward trajectory. So because we saw like a flip in terms of sentiment and in terms of the open interest, according to the open interest, right? So we obviously saw that some buyers are stepping in. So this is one of the reasons why now Bitcoin has created this price range between 11,292 all the way to about 11,800, somewhere there. So what's really going to happen for the most part of this week, I mean, obviously BTC is going to be ranging, right? Today is actually a Tuesday, and then Wednesday, just like I told you in my last video. By the way, did you check out my last video? Everything that I talked about in my last video has come to fruition. So, feeling good about that. So anyway, tomorrow is going to be like a great day for a lot of outs, because BTC is going to be like in this undecided phase. So it's going to be like a very good opportunity for these outs, aka Zilliqa, to continue pushing. This is one of the reasons why I am hoping and trusting that by Thursday we should experience like a massive breakout as far as Zilliqa is concerned. So if it doesn't, I mean, if Zilliqa doesn't really get to like break out of this particular threshold by Friday, or perhaps by Sunday, then guys, it's I don't know when it's going to happen. I have no idea when it's going to happen, but guys, this is bound to happen. This is definitely bound to happen. So let me just give it another 48 hours and see what's really going to happen. So I'm just basically going to revisit my trades as far as Zilliqa is concerned in the next 48 hours, because I really wanted to have a little bit of time. You know, as much as I don't really want to like get data from the particular 4-hour bars right over here, especially these two 4-hour bars, you know, I just don't want to consider that, because this was obviously like an abrupt sort of you know, knee-jerk type of reaction. You know, this wasn't really instinctively something that would have happened provided the markets were stable. You know, so this is one of the reasons why I'm not really trying to look at these two 4-hour bars, but they are very significant as well. And if we flip over to the oscillators, I mean, at this particular point, for some reason, those 4-hour bars just drove a whole lot of selling power, and to the contrary, we kind of hit the zero threshold. I mean, obviously coming back to this particular area is ideal. Mind you, we are looking on the 4-hour, right? But you have to realize that usually when we experience such a particular scenario, right? I mean, first of all, let's switch over to the 1 day so we see what's happening. Okay, let's switch over to the weekly. All right, the weekly still has some pumping to do. We can still go as high as 40 all the way to about 60, just like we experienced with BTC. So we still have some juice in the tank. We still have some more power in our tank. So as you can see here with BTC, we reached as high as 40 on the VZ, or the volume zone oscillator. So with Zilliqa, we still have some more room to grow, and you know, when these pumps happen, it just goes crazy. So I'm just going to be patient, you know, but I've got some stop losses. I hope you guys are practicing safe trading, because by the end of it, or anything might go, you know, anything might happen. So it's very good, especially if you have like a certain price threshold where you entered. I'm sure you've got your own psychological areas where you wouldn't want the price to reach, because if the price goes to that particular level, your profits are going to be sort of in danger. So you obviously need to protect your particular gains, if you know what I mean. So it's very important for you to always be extremely careful. Oh god damn, the price of Zilliqa is dropping. What the hell is happening? Let's stay above, you know, half of 2 cents. I would be the happiest. I would definitely be. Oh, the prices of Zilliqa is dropping because BTC is dropping. What the hell is happening to BTC? Damn, this BTC always ruins the party all the time. God damn. Okay, BTC is just dropping. And what's happening to the open interest? Well, the thing is, the open interest is dropping on the 1 hour, and I mean, this is the price and this is the open interest. So the open interest is continuing to drop, and the open interest is going up high. Okay, now this is a very tricky one, because you know, we are dealing with the 1 hour. It doesn't really have enough data, so I'm just trying not to like rely too much on the open interest, because right now it's like a tricky situation. Like a few hours ago, 2 bars away, we kind of switched over here on the open interest, right? We sort of experienced new buying power. So right now, the price has continued going down, and then the open interest is increasing. So does that really mean that people are getting into more short positions, or there are more buyers getting in? This is one of the reasons why dealing with a very small time frame is pretty tricky. So anyway, let's switch over to a smaller time frame. Can we get about 30 minutes? Okay, we don't really have that data because we are cheap and we are why am I even saying we? Because you guys are freaking rich. I am super cheap. I'm a cheap guy. I'm even using like free trading view right now. God damn, I ought to be embarrassed. But hey, save that money, because we need to accumulate a whole lot of Zilliqa, So yeah, it's not really my fault. I'm just trying to buy a whole lot of Zilliqa so I can buy some amazing stuff in the future, so save that money. For the most part, you already know the business. Zilliqa, Chainlink, we are not supposed to miss Chainlink. Okay, I would really appreciate if the price of Chainlink had to go to this particular level, because we need to test the resistance. The resistance turned into support, so we just have to double check that. So that would be like a very good perfect entry. And anything above or rather below this particular level, that would be like very good. But hey, we might never have these second opportunities, so I do not really know. However, BTC, please relax, chill. We need to have a breakout in Zilliqa. We need to have those gains, so please do not continue going down. So anyway, let's switch over to the smaller time frame. I really hate switching over to the smaller time frames, because smaller time frames are very insignificant. Sometimes it might really give you false signals, but hey, I think it would be like a great situation or scenario if the price of BTC had to like temporarily, if the price had to like sort of kind of bounce off of this particular level and then continue going up. Well, if it goes below this particular threshold, that could happen, but that would be amazing if it had to like wick to the downside and then continue pumping up. So we are just going to observe this. If this particular support gets broken, is it about to get broken? God damn. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I do not really want to stay here for too long, so I really hope that you guys are. God damn, what's happening to Zilliqa? Zilliqa, do not go below 2 cents and a half. Have a great day. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's been Muna, aka Beyond 10x, and hopefully our trades are going to do extremely well. Hopefully BTC is not really going to ruin our party, our Zilliqa price explosion party bonanza. Have a great day. Be good, stay safe, and God bless you.